Mod, ICIMOD, as a program associate. She loves dancing and reading books. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Manashri with a huge round of applause. Toastmaster Manashri, from Kathmandu to Siraha, from Kathmandu to Siraha, Toastmaster Manashri.
April 29, 2021. It was the first day of second phase of lockdown. The Delta variant of COVID virus had taken over Kathmandu. People were shutting themselves inside their homes and all the offices were being shut down as well. I, on the other hand, was leaving my home to work and settle at an unfamiliar place for 5 months. So with a double mask on my face shield on my forehead, and sanitizer in my pocket, I boarded a flight to Janakpur. From Janakpur, I had to take a 3-hour public bus to Siraha, my destination. Had it been a usual circumstance, this day would not need such detailed narration. But it was the peak of COVID, and this privileged city girl, a pure Newar by origin, someone who had never traveled or lived alone, was moving out of her home for the first time, that too to Tarai. I was selected as the Disaster Risk Reduction DRR Fellow for Siraha Municipality, where I had to work at the municipality office to localize the Disaster Information Management Portal, or the BIPAL portal. I was very excited about this opportunity, but at the same time, I was scared about the relocation. Trust me when I say this, even after reaching the airport, I called the Executive Director of Youth Innovation Lab, the host of this fellowship, and said, "Are you sure we're sending us during this pandemic? Should we return? We have not boarded the flight yet." With a firm voice, he said, "It is your call, Manashri." I was already in so much stress, so much chaos, that I could not decide to return back and take more hassle. So I just thought of going with the flow and just boarding the plane. So after the plane landed at Janakpur, I took a bus to Siraha, and once the bus dropped me at Siraha, I was frantically calling people and carrying 2 large suitcases, trying to find out the location of my home for the next 5 months. Thankfully, my room was big enough. The kitchen and bedroom were in the same place, but never mind. I was given a big old wooden table, which was my cooking counter. I bought a plastic bucket for a pantry, and lizard, mosquitoes, and mice were my roommates. So I was slowly adapting to my Tarai lifestyle. But on the 5th day of my stay, the government announced that all the domestic flights will now be stopped. My panic level, which had finally receded, again rose to 100%. I was crying. What if I get stuck here? What if I get COVID? Who will take care of me? What if I die? I was crying and my mind was going haywire. I literally called the Youth Innovation Lab team and said, "I am going back. I'm not taking this job anymore." And I even requested the municipality office to arrange a vehicle to airport. But since it was COVID, the vehicle could not be arranged. And in all of this chaos, I called my father to get some support and help. So I was expecting something like, "Oh, you must be struggling. You come back home. I'll take care of everything. I'll arrange the vehicle for you as well." But this didn't happen. My father, with a firm voice, scolded me. "You don't come back home. You stay there, stay calm, stay where you are." I was not expecting this. I was shocked at the lack of sympathy and consolation, that too from my own father. Like, had he disowned me? But nevertheless, that short call with my father did give me a big burst of strength. The fog of selfishness had finally left my soul, and the sense of purpose had become clearer. The purpose to localize BIPAL portal, and the purpose to serve the community and the environment despite all adversities. So looking back, working at Siraha Municipality has been one of the most fulfilling job of my life till now, personally and professionally. This fellowship was like a catapult, which pulled me back a little in terms of benefits and salary, but it launched me forward towards a richer experience. Living alone, I learned that, hey, salt, sugar, and soap, they don't refill themselves. Someone has to buy them. And I learned new language. I learned how to respect a different culture. I learned how to bargain. And most importantly, at a place where there were no restaurants, no movie theaters, and no Toastmasters club, I learned how to enjoy my own company. Work-wise, I learned the realities of local municipalities of Nepal, which I would have never learned living in or working at air-conditioned rooms of Kathmandu. Teaching the people portal to municipality staff, I learned that many government officers, they still lack basic computer skills. I got an opportunity to witness gender disparity from a very close lens. May that be in terms of lack of gender-friendly toilet or the lack of women involvement in decision making. So overall, working at Siraha municipality during the peak of COVID was definitely a very courageous and bold step that I have taken in my life till now. And maybe that's why the fruit were also sweeter. And I'm not just talking about the mangoes. I'm so glad that despite all the turbulence in my mind and in the news, I took the plane to Jamalpur. I'm so glad that I took that call. And I'm so glad that I took a leap of faith from Kathmandu to Siraha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Manashri. I'd like to ask the timer,